I think it's recording. It looks like it's the red lights on. So, howdy everyone. I'm Cory with Art's Really Cool. Today is the 36th day of the surprise bucket painting challenge. Howdy everyone. I'm Cory, and this is Cova with Painting's Really Cool. Today is the 36th video of Painting's Really Cool. Did I say that twice?
You just say that twice.
Okay. Howdy everyone, I'm Cory, and this is Cova. We're with Art's Really Cool. Today is the 36th video of Painting's Really Cool.
Hey guys, this is Adrian.
This is Cory.
Come on, Cory.
Okay, this is Cory.
Yeah, so we're here to remind you to leave a like.
And maybe a comment.
And I guess you could share it if you feel like it.
Or you could even subscribe.
Yeah, that too. Subscribing is good, because that's good for the algorithm, I think.
And our egos.
Yeah, especially those. Those are important. Okay, bye.
So, as you can see, I have an adorable little puppy because I'm going to do this for as long as he will fit on this table. I'm going to start so you can get a little Cova action. Maybe you'll get a different angle, but he's busy chomping with his little baby teeth. Sharpest shark baby teeth ever. Today, my inspiration is actually going to be Cova and my former pup, Pete, or PD, or Petri Dish, or, you know, Mr. Pete. But he, of course, has been gone for 4.5 years. That's so sad. But we now have Cova, and Cova is doing a very good job of trying to fill his little paws. I mean, it's not quite that big yet, but it's pretty big. It's a pretty big paw. Let's see, how does it fit? It's almost the same size. It really is close to the same size. He is 22 pounds already.
Easy, big boy.
It's crazy. He was 12 when we brought him home. He's almost doubled in size. But I'm going to be doing some more coasters because I have the event that I've been talking about in other videos. Painting with Paws for a cause. Oh, he's so tough. He's so tough. He's a tough pup.
And scary. Scary and inspiring.
And we've got all these cool coasters already made. I just want some more because I feel like a lot of people are going to sign up in person. Even though I've got a whole schedule and all this stuff for them to sign up and register before, and they could pick their own colors. I'm pretty sure that a lot of the action is going to happen the day of, fingers crossed anyways. So I want to have plenty of options for people to pick from. We're going to make some more. There's some pretty cool ones. I'm going to maybe do something like this, like these ones. I might do another eye or two, but I think I'll do some more dots and some more swipes and layering and stuff. So with that said, and the magic of editing, Cova is gonna be gone. Poof. He looks at me like, what? I'm not gonna be standing because, well, when I paint coasters, I sit. So, all right, you ready? Alrighty, Aphrodite. She's the goddess of love, I think. I don't really remember much about that.
And that's that.
All right, so let's get to painting. So I obviously did a video or two. Leave a like or two and subscribe.
Watch a video or two, leave a like or two, and subscribe.
Already did, I think, a video, maybe two, on Pete. So I may share some of the same stories because he's adorable and I love him. Not a lot. I'm gonna try to remember what I've shared, but you probably don't remember the stories either. To get started, I think I want to do some more metallics, but I don't want to overdo the metallics, right? Because like, then it's like one note, but I don't want too many crazy ones because I'm trying to appeal to the masses. And I think metallics do that. We're gonna start with a dark base though. It's always good to have a dark base. Gotta shake them up so that Adrian can zoom in on it. And these have been primed because everybody has an issue when I just paint directly on the wood, and taped on the bottom. Some of them haven't, but most of them have been primed and taped on the bottom. I like to try to keep the sides the natural wood. It makes it feel a little bit more special because it looks like a rustic vibe. And this time, let's do Plum Flash as the accent color. Okay, so I'm shaking them up. So, as I've shared before with Pete, I wasn't looking for a dog. I had moved out of my parents' home and state. I had my own house. I was pseudo in a relationship. Really, I wasn't. The person was just using me. They had Pete, and they were not able to care for Pete in the way that he deserved and needed to be cared for. So I ended up with him. There was a little bit of a battle at one point, just because they were not healthy and they were trying to do things that they shouldn't do. So I had to actually get a court involved. While Pete was not a rescue in the terms of I didn't get him from a rescue, he was a rescue in terms of I rescued him from a bad situation, and then he became my best friend and the coolest dog ever in the world. Cova's got real big paws to live up to, but Cova is his own puppy, and I love him for him. I'm not doing comparisons. That's how I finally got ready to get Cova, is I stopped looking for Pete 2.0. When I ended up taking over parenting of Pete, he was, I think, 3 at the time. I've known him since he was 1. Like, he's a littler guy. He always had a big head, always had a big head. He's super cute. Couldn't believe how well he listened. Like, I could walk him off leash, which a lot of people can do now, but I didn't train him. Like, I didn't do any special training.
Oh, what a good boy.
And I didn't walk him off leash very often, because even if your dog can do that, I don't think that it's appropriate, especially because there are laws and you never know what could happen. But like, I would walk him from my house down to this little green belt, and sometimes I'd let him be off leash, and he wouldn't ever go into anybody's yard. I taught him that fairly quickly. All I had to do was snap.
Crackle pop, fool.
If he started to do something that I was not on board with, and he would immediately stop, look at me and be like, oh, sorry. And then we would move on our way and he would be all good again. He was a more stationary dog like me, but that might have just been because I was not super active. Like, I didn't take him on runs when I was running, or like really long walks. He wasn't super interested in those, or at least he never seemed to be. He loved playing tug of war, which Cova likes too. Cova is also very lazy. Cova doesn't want to walk around, doesn't love fetch, even though Adrian loves to try and make him fetch his toys constantly. He's like, gets all mad, like he tries super hard to avoid Adrian when he has a toy, when he just wants to chew on it.
Dad, just leave me alone.
Here goes a swipe. Ooh, pretty good swipe, if I do say so myself. And Pete didn't really love water. There was a dog park in Arizona where we lived for the first portion of our life together. It had like a pond for the dogs to play in, and he would go in just like a little, like up to his like little, right here on his legs, and a bunch of the other dogs would just run out and fetch balls that people would throw or do whatever. He was never having it. Like, he would look at me and at them with like such disdain. Like, how dare you make so much splashing? And it was super cute. He was always friendly to everyone and everything. I never had to worry about him snapping or being frustrated, and he was a pit bull, right? Like, because I was such a little kid to him. I would literally waller all over him. I would bite him when I just love him so much. I would bite him, which is a thing I found out, supposedly. The internet said it, who knows if it's real. But that people, when they super love something, sometimes they get overwhelmed and their response is to bite. Adrian bites I think I talked about this. Adrian bites my arm sometimes, and it's just a thing, I guess. We'll have to look up and see if that's true. Here you go. I think you can see it. I don't know. There, quick look. Okay. The purple is very faint, but it's very nice. All right. Let's do another one with a little bit more purple. Doing kind of like a set. Pete was a road trip dog too. Like, he was always in the car in the beginning with the person I got him from, because he was traveling between Arizona and California a lot. When I would travel, like I went and saw my brother graduation in California, he just rode in the car. I took a picture because super safe. And he's like trying to give me a kiss, which is super cute. You may have seen it, I don't know. I watched my old video to see what pictures I included, but if it's not included in that one, we'll include it again so you can see it, because it's just so adorable. We would make the journey from Arizona to Montana every summer, because I was a reverse snowbird, as I put it, because I lived in Arizona during the winter and went to Montana during the summer, thanks to my job allowing me to work from both places. Now that wouldn't be possible. They've gone a little extreme on their policies. It was just a good time when I had him. And then we moved out here and we road tripped out here, and he was just always chill. He was not a beggar for food. Like that's a big thing. Like Cova's not doing that either. Like we're making sure not to give him people food so that he doesn't fully realize, like when we're eating, like, oh, that's good. He'll look at us sometimes, but he's not trying to stare us down. And Pete, if he was looking at me while I was eating, I'd snap and he'd look away. It was really good. On road trips, all rules went out the window because he would get a plain hamburger from a fast food restaurant, which I won't name names because they aren't paying for sponsorship. Just kidding. But it was one of the typical fast food. Now I want that fast food. He would always get so excited when we would go through the drive-thru because he knew what was coming. One time when we were officially moving from Arizona back to Montana while my house here was put together, I put sunglasses on him and we went through a drive-thru. Not of the normal fast food place, but we went through a drive-thru. And he wore the sunglasses the whole time, and the people were so excited. And every employee came to the window to look at Pete with his little sunglasses on. It was super cute. And he, as soon as we drove away, he went whoosh and took them right off. He was like, all right, I did the thing. That's all. All right, now let's switch it to green. A little metallic green. I'm gonna stick with the metallics. When we moved to North Carolina, I didn't have a fence. I just got a fence put in earlier this week. But I didn't have a fence, so I put in what's called a silt fence. So it's like those construction fences that look like they're black and like made of tarp kind of, and that they put in just to catch all the silt from construction sites so that it doesn't like go running into the road or something like that. And I just put one of those in because I didn't have any extra money when I moved here. I was definitely house poor and made myself. I did a little bit more than I should have, but I was building a potentially forever home, so I went all out. I tried to put in a secret staircase.
Secret? What secret?
That was a big ordeal. I wanted a staircase that went from my bathroom down into the garage, and it was a secret hidden staircase. I want a house like in the movie Clue. Like if you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it. The one with Tim Curry. It's a very funny movie. It's from the 80s, I think. I want secret passages and stuff like that in my house. And so I was trying to do that, but the builder was not, they weren't the best. I don't recommend them.
0 stars.
Just because I had more trouble with them than I would have liked. But I have the house and it has most of the things I wanted. But anyways, when one day there was a storm or whatever, and it like the fence just got like wrecked, and I never really put back in, like I never fixed it really. And Pete just stayed in the yard, the section that he knew that he was allowed to be in forever. I never had a problem. And had a dog door, which now Cova has, but he had a dog door, and so he could come and go as he pleased. And he would go outside whenever he wanted and never left the yard, never left the back portion of the yard too. Like he just knew he couldn't cross that one line. It was very, very cool. Now Cova, on the other hand, he throws temper tantrums, so like I don't think he's gonna be quite as willing to accommodate such a situation. He literally will throw a little temper tantrum if you tell him to like do something he doesn't want to do. It's very cute and annoying at the same time. He like literally like will go mwah, mwah. like even like Not like snap his jaws menacingly, but he'll like it's like literally he's like trying to tell you off. It's super cute. Bear with while I clean this. Bear with. I wonder if Adrian's gonna put a clip of that in. It's from one of my favorite shows, Miranda, which I just talked about recently.
Oh, hang on. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with.
Here you go. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. But Pete was my little soul pup. Like I was talking to a client in the beginning and I typed soul pup, but I swipe when I text, and we were texting and so I swiped soul pup, but for some reason it said soup pup, and I didn't see that until like 2 days later, but she also said soup pup, and like she just went with it. I was like, that's really funny that like you're just like, yeah, you're soup pup.
If that's what you want to call it.
Okay, that's what you're gonna call him. I was like, what is happening here? Like she didn't even bat an eye, like she responded immediately. I would have been like, what the heck is a soup pup? Whoa. And that came rushing out. But I am, so far, all of these have been artist loft except for gold, which is DecoArt 24 karat, and the Australian flow is mixed with Amsterdam oxide black. Oh, you're breaking in. What'd you say?
You're shuffling with black?
No. Oh no, I'm using white. So it's Australian flow with Amsterdam titanium white.
Go.
I cannot stop thinking about that fast food now. I want it super bad. I might have to go eat like a little gremlin in the car, or well, I gotta go walk to CVS, so maybe I'll walk all the way there, get something so that Adrian doesn't have to see, because he's being very good and sticking to a calorie count, and I don't want to be a bad influence, but I really, really want one of the burgers. So I made Pete a toy box that is, I think I saw it online, the idea of it, but it's basically a recycler. He can pick any of the toys he wants out of it. I think I have a video of him doing it for the first time. I was so happy when he did it. But Cova uses it like nobody's business, because I still have all the toys and he like gets in it and like starts pulling things from way up high. It's very cute.
He goes shopping.
Right, yeah, he does. He goes shopping. And so we rotate the toys. Basically, what happens is it's open at the bottom so that they can pull them out. And then at night, you put it back in the top. And so then it cycles through so that, you know, they don't just destroy one toy and their toys last longer, supposedly. I think I might call it at 4. We'll get you in for a wet shot.
It's wet.
And then maybe we'll have a dance break. Who knows, Cova might appear, Cova might not appear, nobody knows. And then I'll show you the dried version shortly right thereafter. The nice thing about coasters is they dry within pretty much a night most of the time. You won't get to see the final version because we won't be resining them until the people who choose them decide that they want to resin them. They might not want to resin them, which I think would not be the best idea, just because it's washable paint that we're using to make the paw print and it could easily get washed away. Yeah, so come with me and you'll see. Your imagination. Oh no, 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 no! Oh no! Cova Bova! Cova Bova! Cova. Was that scary? Was that scary? That was a scary lady trying to attack you. Cute little demon. Be careful. Go, 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 go. All right. Alright, so here is the first one. It's very faint purple accent, but still cool. Here is one with a little bit more purple accent. Love it. These swipes turned out really good, I think. This one's got some green accent, and finally green and a lot of gold. But they're very cool, and as a set, I think that they're pretty awesome. But alright, enjoy the dance break. Alright, so here are the finished coasters. Look at them, they're so pretty. We got the purples and the greens. They're a great set together. Hashtag team green, hashtag team purple. I love the purple that came through on that one. This one, the purple is so faint, but it's still quite pretty. Then we've got this green one with that gold and copper really sticking out. And then we've got this one that's really just lacing all around. But overall, here they are. Yay!